Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gray Say There's a Better Way. My Pat Smoker's Bible channel episode dedicated to the things that the Gray actually tell me with their own telepathic voices. And I have been talking about the society that we are about ready to institute, which is an extension of the Gray's existing government system. A government system which I call the Temple Complex, because it is mirrored in our ancient archaeological digs. Um, Göbekli Tepe. Oh, come on! It's like you know what I'm talking about. It's like ancient alien theorists. You guys are spot on. Archaeologists. I'm sorry, you have misconstrued the entire complex system. Our current religious beliefs are a fantasization of the temple complex. After the gray and the 11 other species left the planet and we went into our quarantine stage, we forgot the political aspects of the temple complex. And instead, we embellished them with religious connotations, and it morphed into what we call religion. But this entire temple complex that we see in our archaeological evidence mirrors that which we're going to institute. And like I was talking last time, part of that social structure is that you get tested for abilities from periodically through your developing years so that you can be taught to uniquely for your own individual future career. So the children, it's like once you're tested, you will be placed in the guild of your choice. Now, at the adults at camp, when this event happens, we will be put into our proper guilds, and there we will structure our political system, where each person in the camp will have a job with the guild that they are accepted into. They will be taught their trade by the professionals, the elders of their guild, their, who will be the leaders of the guild, the elected officials of the guild, and the representatives in the higher forms of government. But it all starts with the testing and the teaching. So when in in camp, everybody will be tested, but in the future, our children, when they reach the age where they have the basic knowledge that we would, consider high school level, when they reach their high school diploma level, then they'll be tested. Now, I'm talking about reading, writing, and arithmetic, the basics, social structures, those types of classes. And since our children will be taught from infancy, we're talking like 5 years old will be the first time they'll be tested. And they'll be tested because they've graduated, let's say they graduated from maybe junior high. Maybe high school's a little bit far. Maybe junior high. So when they reach a certain level of education, they will be tested to determine what their best specializations will be. Now, this first set of specializations will be a broad range of classes. You will be tested. Every category that you show above average in, you will be given a class in. Because you might have just barely above average criteria for a guild that your heart is set on. And by developing that from this early stage, you will be able to advance enough to qualify for that guild. And at the same time, there will be evidence that at this time, you are not capable of meeting the criteria talent-wise for certain professions. So that if you have what is going to become a pipe dream that you'll never meet the criteria for, you'll be able to understand that at an early age, and that will be part of the process, so it won't be like dramatic like it would be today. So the testing of talents and skill sets will lead each person towards their optimal career. Now, that will also be dependent on the needs of society. Everybody, it's like just because you want to be an actress does not mean that there are going to be enough slots in the acting profession for you to make that your career. But we always have secondaries in Zion, so that even you can have a hobby of acting. You can take an apprentice level class. You can take the classes as an elective because that's what you want to pursue. Now, just because you're not talented enough for it right now doesn't mean that in 3 years, with the proper training, that you can't qualify for it. So you will have your primary classes, which will be your school classes: reading, writing, arithmetic, social studies, history, all that. Psychology will be part of that because that should be part of our training, but it's not. But anyway, we will add certain classes that will be basic knowledge for everybody on the grade school, junior high, and high school level. And periodically we will test and add in classes for talents and skill sets. If your body is geared towards being a sculptor, then you're going to have a skill set for that. Your hands are going to be very good working with certain materials, and this testing will bring that out. So that from the oldest person in Camp Zion to the youngest person going into the camp and then beyond into infinity, these days of testings will be a cherished event, a, a kind of a holiday, testing day. The kids are going to be tested, and the families will gather and they will see the testing. They will watch their children go up to the tester, and the tester will give them the reading and then send them into a forum where they can explore all of the things that they have been given. So it will be, it's like the child will walk up onto that stage and they will be like, it'll be like Harry Potter when he goes to get his name, which hat, where's the hat going to place him? But the hat is replaced by the tester, who is an empath, who is a telepath, who is talented in psychic abilities to be able to look into your talents, to see where your mind is, what you imagine, what your skill level in, how you played with blocks last week. Things like that will be indications that will lead you eventually into your perfect or desired choice. Now, let's take the person who wants to be an actress and cannot be because she just does not qualify. But that's just her heartfelt desire. She will have the option to take an auxiliary course in a amateur acting guild. It won't be officially part of that guild, but it will give her, in her free time, the ability to work on her desired talent. So she will be able to enter the testing on testing day. Every testing day, she can go and be tested for talent to see if she has developed the skill set and the talent to gain entry into her desired acting guild. And if she is diligent in her practices and if she works hard and she learns, then the day can come when she would advance from the amateur guild to the actual guild. And then she will be able to transfer from whatever her primary guild is. So the citizens of Zion will always have the option to have a secondary career, a secondary field, a desired field that they did not qualify for, and the ability to try again as often as they will. Unless, of course, it's like the tester might just say, hey, look, you are crap with your hands. Carpentry is never going to be something you're going to excel in, you know? But, at the same time, he might be developing something totally different that testing will, that maybe he'll be led into something better because each time he's tested, new talents could have developed. Talents that are perhaps related to carpentry, but not in the carpentry that he wanted. And if not, then he can always be an auxiliary carpenter, having his own little secondhand career in carpentry. Never an official carpenter, but able to practice his hobby of that. So Zion is made towards, and well, the temple complex is made towards the optimal conditions for individual freedoms, pursuits of professions, and happiness in all aspects of life. And because we base society not on money and the pursuit of wealth and the overworking of everybody, we'll animate everything that can be animated. We will all be given the same amount of required hours in our field to work our government job. Because everybody will have equal labor in this basic government hours, it will free us from the drudgery of the 40-hour week. Maybe we can work 20 hours a week for the government. Spend the other 20 hours on our secondary auxiliary guild. Or, have a private business that we run with the approval of the guild. Because the guild trains you in your profession and it qualifies you for private enterprise. So you go into your profession, you learn your trade, you get to the level where you qualify for private entrepreneurship, and then you are given a shop. Now, you do your 20 hours in your shop, and you are provided labor from the guild. The apprentices work your counter. They work your shop. So you have your own business. So that each person, by their talent and their work ethic alone, can sustain the lifestyle that they choose. So that they have the exact same opportunity as everybody else in the society. So that even their wildest dreams that can never technically, professionally come true can still be pursued just as passionately. And it's like people can go like, okay, it's like we've seen all the latest shows from the professional actors. So, it's Saturday night. Let's go down to the local bar where the amateur actors play. And let's see one of their plays. And the amateur writers will write the plays for the amateur actors to play. And it'll be like a dinner theater. You know? That's all I have time for. May the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it, and make that your guild choice, or your secondary choice, if you must. But if you use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote 2 books about it. My name is Zion. I never say goodbye, so I'm going to say later now.